Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be running this bad boy. We're mowing off our first cutting alfalfa today, chop and put in the silo. And Adam already gave a rundown on how this hooks up, but I figured I'd give you a visual. But this 3-point hitch here, quick hitch, you just pick up on these posts that stick out, lift her up, and then you got your PTO shaft, and then all the hydraulic hoses. Your first set, that raises it up and down. The second set here turns it side to side and switches it from transport to mow. And then these third set of hoses over here, they tilt the head up and down if you want to cut it closer to the ground or tilt it up a little bit to not make a short of a cut then. So to switch it from transport mode to mowing mode, first you have to raise the head up so it unlatches there on one pin, and you start spinning it around. And it starts raising up the transport wheels. Once they're all the way up, come over this box, flip that switch so the light comes on, and you can move it side to side to mow. So since we're mowing this stuff for the silo, I set the haybine that way the rows that come out of it are more narrow. That way it doesn't dry out too fast. If you end up with dry feed or haylage, it won't go through the chopper very smooth or come out of the silo very nice. It'll plug up the unloader. And on top of all that, the feed isn't near as good. Then on the other side of that, if you jump the gun and chop it when it's too wet, that can lead to sick cows and other problems. And then you probably need a raincoat to go in the silo because of all the juice coming out. So there you can see how narrow the rows are. Now if we were mowing this to bale, those rows would be pretty close to touching each other. That way it's laid out nice and flat. The sun can hit the majority of it and dry it out a lot quicker so you can get her baled. Because if you bale hay when it's a little wet yet, you're just going to end up with a moldy bale unless you wrap it. And I see I left a couple skippers here. I'm sure I'll hear something about that. Looks like I was leaving quite a few skippers there. I guess that's what happens when you're more worried about the camera than what you're actually doing. Another thing you always got to be looking out for are these guys here, groundhog holes. Sometimes they catch you off guard and some words slip out that wouldn't make my mother proud. And I strive to make that sweet lady as proud as possible. Now we're done with these couple fields here. So now we'll head over to that next one there and start on that. we're heading into this next field here down there to the side. It gets pretty steep there. So I was sure to bring an extra pair of briefs and a little bit of TP, just in case anything gets too excited. Because it wouldn't be the first time. Excellent news for everybody. We got that field finished up and we're unscathed. I didn't lose any bets with any farts. Well, we might have got out of that field, but I broke the haybine anyway. I come off of there. This is all broke back in here. Bearing is out. So now we're broke down, and luckily for good neighbors, we're gonna get the rest of the hay made here quick and be ready for tomorrow anyhow. There goes our neighbor. He's gonna finish up mowing for us. Probably gonna have to zoom in on that so you can see him. Alright, it's the next morning here now, so we're gonna take this grease gun up, grease the unloader, and get it sent to the top of the silo. Well, I forgot a light, so I didn't bother showing anything here, but I got it greased up and everything tied up, taken apart and tied up here. So we're just switching this cable over so we can hook it on a pin down here so we can send it to the roof. So we're up here at the top now, waiting for that to come the rest of the way up. Then you want to get it up in there as far as you can. Here's where the haulage comes blowing in. There's a handle out here. You can pull that down whenever it's getting close to full. And there's a handle there to turn it side to side, but ours is rusted tight, so that's not an option. Then this cable runs down to a handle, so you can either blow it right straight down here on this side or pull that so it shoots it across the other side. So there, we got her up in the tripod, so we're good to go. And if you don't like heights, you're missing out on a good view. So here's how the blower gets hooked up. We have a slide pipe that slides up in the main pipe there, and you just pour down over the blower there. Then we have this water hose that shoots water in there for some extra lubrication. Everything's hooked up and ready to go now, so now we just have to wait on the hay to get ready. Well, she's getting pretty close to ready, so Adam just got over here with the merger. Start putting rows together. Splitting these two rows onto those other two. I don't want the chopper to catch me, so I gotta get moving. I don't know how much I record, maybe a little bit. Dave's gonna get the camera back from me and when he starts running the wagon, so good things to come. If you're ever merging and the chopper guy gets too rammy, all you gotta do is just make bigger rows. I know Corky likes when I do that, don't you, Corky? But sorry, sometimes you just got to do it. But these rows ain't too big, he'll be all right. I'm not pushed yet. That could change though. Well, I just got back to the silo with the first load, so I got to get the blower fired up and start unloading. this is what the alfalfa looks like after it's run through the chopper. I have a couple co-pilots with me now for a little bit.
Say hi.
There's this guy. Getting another load unloaded here. Merging's done, they're chopping. I gotta take some seed down to Donnie, he's planting, so let's get on it. Look at this guy coming. He says, I always get the glory jobs. Well, look at this. Bye, Dave. Well, first came up here to see how full she is. We got about 4 rings left. All fit. We're out there going. About all we're gonna fit for today. Well, we have about a load and a half that didn't fit in, so we'll just let it sit overnight. It should settle about 2 rings or so, and then tomorrow morning we'll be able to fit it and level the silo off and set the unloader up. This is the prophet, Billy Joe. Well, it's the next morning here. Unloaded 1/2 load, we have that load left. Down about 2 rings still right now, so it'll easily fit in. These rings I'm talking about is what from the concrete forms back when it was poured back in the day. Every 4 feet there's a ring that goes around. Step, we got to get this all fork level. That way we can bring the unloader down and set it up. Got it pretty level, so now we'll get the unloader coming down. brought the cord up, so we're almost ready to go here. Just have to put the arm up on there and plug it in. Alright, we're ready to go. That arm should be level starting out, but it should settle by tonight, so no point putting it up in that triangle there. Done. Dave's heading out, monkey man style, because we don't want to climb down the inside. Got to get the camera carrier package. Man, this lens is dirty. The lens is dirty. Well, that takes care of that. Unloader's ready to rock and roll. Now for the next 10 days, 2 weeks, we'll let this blower here, just in case we have to go back inside, because there's gases that form in there while it's fermenting, and they're lethal. So you have to blow them out. You have to run this about 20 minutes before you go in. And that wraps up our first cut in alfalfa. In about another month, we'll do her again.